particular, milking the Marshall's name dropped hard.
We walked into the Marshall spot, and the first thing I noticed is the smell.
That is the first thing at Marshall's too. I've got to wonder if like Herbal Essence dropped out as a sponsor last minute or something, considering how hastily thrown together this all is. Outside of the wooden sign above the lounge area, there's no visible branding. This couldn't be less Marshall's if it tried. I mean, no one got bed bugs from sitting on the furniture, and the bathrobes didn't disintegrate off their bodies after 10 minutes of use. And you're trying to tell me this stuff is from Marshall's? Got nothing else for you. Next week, we'll be looking at the top 5 most unhinged product placement ever on Survivor. And trust me, they're doozies. So be sure to check that out. Until next time, don't get idled out.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 saddest Criminal Minds episodes. For this list, looking at BAU cases that continue to
Je marche tout seul le long de la ligne de chemin de fer. Dans ma tête, y a pas d'affaire. Je donne des coups de pied dans une petite boîte en fer. Dans ma tête, y a rien à faire. Je suis mal en campagne et mal en ville. Peut-être un petit peu trop fragile. Allô, maman, bobo. Maman, comment tu m'as fait? Je suis pas beau. Ah,
okay, as usual, today is the third day. All right, so although it's Wednesday, it's actually the third day, because last week we only have 2 class, Monday and Wednesday. So today is the third day. I think I'm breaking later. I took it there. So we will do knowledge check today. So knowledge check a little bit, and then later one or two pages to do, and then after that I will do explanation on app submission. All right, app submission, and then to answer some of your questions as well. I hope someone joined because he has questions last time. Okay, start with the knowledge check first. Macam biasa, right? You PM me your answer, and then I will share with you the answer. After that, I will give you the 2 pages that you need to do. The topic is local storage, so I think it's the same. It's the same app, all right, as the one that you did on React Native. So the topic is local storage, and then after that, we will talk about app submission and also how to calculate app cost. That's actually, someone asked me, right? He PM me, and then that hari ketiga. This is the third day, so normally third day we discuss this kind of thing. All right. So start with the things first. Start with the knowledge check first. Okay, we try to target the quiz before before Maghrib. So maybe 10 more minutes, I think. All right, try to get as much as possible for the next 10 more minutes. Because I think Maghrib is at 7:24, so 15 minutes, right, for me to share the answer. Then you submit. Okay, kita cuba ya. Cuba we try. So question 1 kita what was the question? So up. Okay, this is the thing that you have done in class. All right, the code in this image is to add a slider to a Flutter app interface. The division property value is 4, right? This one, but we did not use it last time, right? We did not use it last time. But we remove it. All right, when division equals to 4. But the option is easy, although we did not do it, the option is easy. So the answer is A. It means that the slider will only have 4 values other than the start or minimum. Right? So it will be 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. Right? So this is the answer. So 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. Right? So that's number 1. Dia bahagi 4 lah kan. 0, 100 bagi 4 ya. 0, 100 and then divide by 4. Right. Kalau dia 10, 100, kalau minimum 10, 100, 90 bagi 4. Right. So 0, 100, basically maximum, alright, maximum minus minimum divide by division. Alright, then you will get your steps. So steps, right? So 100 minus 0 divide by 4, then you have your thing is 4. So then you have 0, 25, 50, 75, and 100. Right? So that's for question 1. Right? I think tadi I tengok semua. This one number 2, we have not done it again. Right? This is actually benda-benda yang kita tak pernah buat, but it's important for you to know. Right? It's important for you to know. So this one is the password. All right, how to create this password. Nanti, all right, later when we did Flutter, all right, when we did Flutter together. When we did Flutter, when we did Firebase, when we do Firebase, you will do login function. When you do login function, right, then you have to have password, right? You have to password like this, right? In order for you to get password, you will use obscure text through. So if you want to get password, you do obscure text through. So the answer is A. Alright, number 3. Number 3 pun actually most of the question that we did today banyak yang kita tak buat. Alright, but that's the reason also why we do this, so that we will get our knowledge as well. So this command line checks your environment and display a report of the status of your Flutter and address Android Studio other than the software installation. Which of the following choices is the correct answer? So this one, right, if you go to Flutter installation page, right, if you go to Flutter installation page, dia punya this one kan over here. They ask you to install, and then finally they will ask you to run Flutter Doctor. But I did not ask you to do it. right? But normally you have to run Flutter Doctor, right? Because I'm pretty confident, right, you install it properly, right? So this one is to check the installation, right? To check the installation of Flutter. If everything is okay or not, you run Flutter Doctor to do it, right? So the answer is A here. Okay, number 4, we have done it, although the question is about, the statement is about floating action, but actually the question is about icon. All right, so a floating action button in Flutter development is by default a circular icon button, and you should add an icon widget as a child widget of the floating action button widget. Which of the following choices is correct to add a phone icon? So we have done icon a lot of time, right? We have done icon a lot of time, so the answer for icon is C. All right, so this is icon widget. This is the icon type. All right, so icons.phone. All right, so that's number 4. Number 5, you know 2 of the answer, all right, which is Android Studio and Visual Studio Code. So the answer, the question kata jawab 3, all right, which this one we already started last week, which IDE, which is compatible with Flutter, all right. 1 out of 2, all right. Visual Code, Android Studio confirm, all right. For your information, all right, if you go to Android Studio website, right, if you go to Android Studio website, you will see that the answer is actually even inside here. You will see, do we see it? I think we don't see it. Do we see it? We do, we see it. We see it. No lah, we didn't see it lah, sorry. We didn't see it. Okay, no. Okay, so my bad. All right. So if you go to Google, all right, if you Google Android Studio, all right, if you Google Android Studio, you will see that it's written over here, all right, it's part of IntelliJ software, all right. So IntelliJ is actually a generic version, all right, a generic. Yeah, there is another software which is called IntelliJ. Under IntelliJ, then you have IntelliJ for PHP, all right, IntelliJ for Python, all right. You have IntelliJ for C++, all right. And then you have IntelliJ for Android, all right. IntelliJ for Android is called Android Studio, right? So basically, right, since Android Studio is a subset of IntelliJ, so which means all the other IntelliJ actually you can use it also to build a Flutter project, right? So yeah, ini jenis skill lah. I just put it there for your information, right? I put it there for your information. So that's why today question you see banyak soalan yang you tak jawab sikit, you tak pernah cover in class, right? So for your information. Okay, number 5. All right, number 5 also we have not done it together, but after this, all right, after this, I want you to be on your exercise that you're going to do after this. All right, I want you to add this part as well. So the answer for it is how to add an image from your computer hard disk to a Flutter project. Right? The correct answer is C. Right? Add a new folder. Normally, I create a folder. That folder is called images. Normally, I create a folder which is called images or assets. Copy the image from your hard disk and paste it inside the image folder. Configure your .dat file in this Flutter project to use this image file name underscore, small letter underscore. Configure your Flutter project pubspec.yaml file to use this image folder. Then click package get at the top of pubspec.yaml file. Alright, so this is the answer. So after this, bila you buat latihan for the shared preference latihan, the shared preference exercise, we will do this as well. Alright, we will do this as well. So that's why I put it there. Alright, I put it there supaya later I remember that we have to do this. Alright, normally we use image.network kan. Normally we use image.network. So if there's what, lepas tu if you remember I cakap kan on the first day kan, I dah cakap I tak nak buat apa this to get image from local. I will show you later because it's slightly harder. Ni terbukti lah slightly harder. These are all the steps that you need to do. Alright, but later we will do it together as well. Okay, number 6. Kita tak pernah buat juga. Most of the question that we do here kita tak pernah buat, but it's good for your knowledge as well. So that's why kita buat question pernah buat. But this is similar to Bootstrap. Alright, when you do Bootstrap, you have this this widget kan yang with rounded corner and everything, right? That widget in Bootstrap is called cut. And then here also, right, in Android also in Flutter also is called cut. Even in Android also it's called cut. Right, it's called cut V. All right, so for number 6, the answer is A. All right, container. Container, we learned about it. We never do it as well, right? We never do it as well, but a container is a box, all right? A container is a box. Container only have one child widget, right? Number B, so on container only have one child widget. So the answer is B, right? So the container only have one child widget. Alright, the kotak kan? So it's a kotak. Alright, so one child widget. Right, this is an example of container with child. Normally, the one that can has the right. So then, so most the widgets that can have more than one child is normally row. All right, row, column. All right, and then there's another one called stack. All right, so these are the widgets that can have more than one child. Other than that, normally it's only one child. Right? Other than that, normally it's one child. Soalan ke this one. Check the image in the first question, then assume that you added this dot code in a Flutter. Yang ni yang selalu you guys did. What is the problem? Right? If you have a square bracket here, right, you have to close the square bracket here. Right? It's an array. Right? So the label is an array. So that's the reason why there is an error. So the answer, the error for this one is A. Number 9, right? Check the images in these questions and answer which of these images is the run following output of this application. Ini kita tak pernah buat, alright? But you have seen it in your flex classes. When is your flex classes? Your flex classes is on module 1, alright? Flexbox. So you have the concept of flexbox inside Flutter as well, and as you can see, kalau I tunjuk ni, you mesti ingat, right? If you ingat lah, right? This picture, right? Because on the slide also I'm using this. Right? So if you see here, the answer, the question, what space between, right? This one, main axis alignment space between, right? So it's the same principle. So nanti if you do row or column, right? If you do row or column, if you want to add spaces between the element inside row and column, right, you can use the same main axis alignment, right? Main axis alignment, and you can set it for row is main axis alignment, kiri ke kanan main axis alignment. Tak apa, nanti I terangkan, alright. And then you can use the concepts that you see in flex, and then you replace it here, right? So kalau ikutkan mana yang hampir sama dengan space, this one space between, so is this one, number 2. Alright, so it's the same concepts as flexbox. And last one, alright, the code to do navigation, alright, navigator dot push. I dah cakap kan, you should just hafal it already, right? Navigator dot push context. Material page route context, right? So the answer is B, context. Although I accidentally put capital letter instead of small letter, right? This is with small letter, right? All right, any questions from the exercise that we did today? I know that some of the exercise, actually I tak cakap pun tak boleh Google kan. I mean, don't Google the question and answer lah. Actually you can Google for the documentation or anything. Any questions so far? Okay, if there's no questions, we take like, I mean, practically ni lah, right? I just want to ni, so I want to discuss this answer around 8:30. Right, I want to discuss this answer around 8:30. So you manage your time lah, so maybe 20 minutes break, alright, and then 10:30 pula, 8:30, 8:30 around 8:30 I want to discuss this answer. I want to do it with you, alright? So maybe, but I want you to do it first, alright? Because this is senang, alright? Not senang lah. This is the kind of questions that you will get if you want to get the certificate that I mentioned, right? Sebab dah hujung-hujung ni kan. I would like to remind you there is a series called DKM, right? DKM is Diploma Kemahiran Malaysia, right? Diploma Kemahiran Malaysia. It's actually a nationwide recognized, right? It's nationwide recognized. You can get it by subjects, right? You can get it by subjects. And 1, 2, 3 no need for you guys, for software development, everything start with level diploma directly. So in this level, we have 7 modules. 2 of the modules is mobile app development, right? 2 of the modules is mobile app development. So if I rule, so 1 is web local, 2 is web API, ini adalah alright, web API, 3 is app local, 4 is app API, 5 is, I don't know, 5 is that something like that, database. Then you have project management, product project management. Another one is data analysis, right? Data analysis, graph, and visualization. Right, something like this. All right. So whatever the questions that you have here, all right, is actually this one, all right, app local, all right, app local. Ya, tapi yang ni pun tak cukup app local, all right, because normally for app local normally they will have they akan uji navigation juga. When I have navigation, at least they have 2 or 3 pages, right? But for this exercise, but the exam is 4 hours lah, 3 to 4 hours. But for this exercise, right, since it's only like 45 minutes, then, right, it's similar to what you did last time, but this one is emergency contact app, right? So you save your emergency contact, somebody find your phone, all right, and then they just look for this app, all right, this emergency contact for them to not that if something happen, then they will just use this app to So during the first load, there is no emergency contact. Right, the app will be shown as the show will be shown as what is here. User can enter the emergency contact and press save. Once press toast. I add this one. Kalau latihan sebelum ni tak ada, but this exercise have. Toast will be shown. Info successfully saved. Alright. Once saved, the next time the app is open, the saved information will be shown, right? So it's no longer name, phone number, email. It's going to be, for example, I put my sister, right? I always put my sister, Wan Masuri, right? And then her phone number and her email. And then I can also remove the emergency contact if I want, all right, by pressing remove. Again, once I press remove, a toast will be shown, all right? Info successfully removed. Once data is removed, the next time the app is open, no information will be shown. Right, so pretty straightforward. But later, right, I will put an image here. Right, I will put an image here using what we have done just now, using image assets. And then 2 more things I want to do with you. So I just put it there. I will do image local, right, assets. Another one is using dialog. Right, just have. Just now also I was looking at the book. Inside the book, right? If you see dialogue, right? You see dialogue or something. Okay, so this one you tengok lah, some of the thing we have not done, alright, some of the thing we have not done together, but we will try this as well. We try this dialogues. Okay. Tengoklah dia time picker, date picker and everything, right? So later also we try dialogues. Okay, let's have a break now. Dalam pukul 7.50, alright, we'll just check with you a little bit, alright. But the time, I will show you the answer at 8:30, right? So sambil-sambil if you have questions, you can let me know as well. Even if it's not related to what we did. I tutup kamera kejap because actually, I had an allergy. Tapi kejap lagi dah okay sikit. I open back my camera. Okay, I'm still here. I wanted to buy food because I need to take ubat, but actually I will just ask my housemate to. If you have any question, let me know. 8:30, I'll give you answer. Right. Okay. So I hope you do it. So I hope you do it. Because I tak nak you spend too much time. That's why I don't wait. That's why I don't wait. Normally I wait. Sampai you bagi jawapan kan. I don't want to spend too much time today. So that's why I give you answer halfway. And then everyone is here today. Hari tu, if I'm not mistaken, Diana tak ada kan hari tu. Okay, so let me start sharing, doing it with you, and then you will start to verify lah. Start to verify a little bit. Okay. All right, I will create a new project. We are on the second last week, all right? Betul lah, we are on the second last week based on our plan, all right? Kena letak the thing. Pin tak the thing? Oh no, it's not pin. Nanti dia akan ni. So let's put pin a little bit.
Hi, sir. Sorry.
Yes.
Sir, that means the last class will be end of this month.
Ini kan 24th 24th ya. So that's why we pin it
26th January.
24th.
24 is a
Oh,
December.
sorry. 24th 24th is what day? Sorry, 22, 23, 24th. Oh, sorry. 26 January, correct. Betul. I baca salah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yang
okay.
kiri ni is the one that I missed. Sorry, the kiri yang belah I missed. The yang kanan tu yang 27. Sorry, 27.
Oh,
The class ni.
sir,
Cuma ni lah because I put the 3 hours at the end. That's the reason.
we got any assignment or to submit or?
No need because you do the small assignment. You kan you dah buat ni all the quizzes and everything. So
Oh, okay.
I change the format a little bit.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Alright, Flutter application. This app is called emergency contact. No need to think. Tak perlu tunggu fikir lama-lama. Emergency contact week 6 and then press next. Finish. Okay. This is what we call the package name. Alright, this is what we call a package name. When we did the first exam, not the exam, first quiz. When you did your first quiz, there is the questions. There is this questions, which is called what is the unique identifier of an application? Right? If you remember that question, what is the unique identifier? What is the IC? Right? Macam kalau you all, for us human is the IC, and everyone has an IC or a passport, right? If it's worldwide, it's a passport. So for an application, is going to be the package name. And how is it constructed? Normally, you need to have a domain, right? Normally, you need to buy a domain, right? If you want to have a website, you need to buy a domain. So for example, my company domain is mine.com.anak to you. Remind me that I have to renew it. I got a reminder that I have to renew it just now. So kalau my website is anaktoyou.com.my, I terbalikkan dia. Alright, I terbalikkan dia jadi my.com.anaktoyou. Right? If your company is called bac.edu.my, I terbalikkan dia akan jadi my.edu.bac. Alright, so that's how the thing is created, and then this is your application name. Right, my application name is called emergency contact. Then I put emergency contact there or emergency contact there. So this is important because when we submit the app to Google Play, we are going to talk about submission. Kalau tak sempat hari ni, we talk about it next time as well. Tomorrow lah kan. So when you submit, you have to make sure that this is set up. Kalau you tak buat apa-apa, alright, normally it's going to be com.example. Right, kalau you tak faham apa, dia akan jadi com.example. Nanti bila you upload to Google Play, dia akan cakap, your application name is com.example, you cannot use it. Alright, so that's the downside actually. Okay, so I press finish. Okay. And then what's next? What's next? This is a one page, right? This is a one page application. But even if it's a one page application, I will just follow. I will follow what we did last week. All right, what we did last week, which is ini memang kena buat lah, right? One page or two pages also you have to do, right? Ini memang benda yang you kena buat regardless, right? You have to remove all this thing. But last time, right, when we did multiple page, alright, besok kita akan sambung balik multiple page, and then we will call API. We create a folder. Alright, I will do this, what I call the best practice. Best practice means lagi boleh. If you can't, alright, you add a folder which is called widgets, and then all your pages will be inside that folder. Alright, so this one, that file, I call it, for example, home.dat. Alright, home.dat. And then inside this home.dat, alright, then I will import my home.dat here, for example. So import widgets home.dat, and then I will call it here later. Okay. So questions, stateless or stateful, and why? What do you think? Is it a stateless? Is it a stateful, and why?
Stateless,
Stateless. Kenapa stateless?
because there is no content.
No content. Salah. No, not salah. I think you missed something. It's not stateless. It's not stateless. It's a stateful because, right? Because you need to get local storage, right? Using it, you need to store the information. So when you store the information, when the page is loaded, right? Once save, the next time the page is open, save information. I think sebab you baru buat dari mula kan?
Oh yeah.
You arrive here, nanti you akan tengok lah. Alright, yeah lah, correct lah. Then I have to change to stateful. Alright, so when you get a page, tengok sampai habis. Alright. So in this case, it's a stateful. So STFUL press tab. STFUL press tab home page, and then dia kamera import it on top. Alright, once I import it on top, this one I can change it to home page. Okay, and then I will just stop a little bit for I think for 5 minutes or for well, I need lah, because after this is just creating a scaffold. I will just buat lah, scaffold app bar. Alright, app bar title emergency contact. So text emergency contact, and then body, right? And then this one later we will do, for example, maybe text, right? Text emergency contact, emergency contact app. Okay, so we start with something simple like this first. Okay, any issue so far? If you got it okay, you let me know. But I tunggu. But I think this one is basic kan. So okay, drink. Kahwin special cheese. Okay, kemudian right after this, this one right is going to be a column. Right, inside a column, I will have the text field column children. All right, column children. Then I will have a text field. Text field. In decoration input decoration hint text name. Okay, and then copy this textful input decoration email textful input decoration and the phone number. Right, so this one I will add the size box. All right, size box height 10, size box height 10, size box height 10, and then button. All right, so button text button on press. All right, and then on the child I will add a text save. Right. I have not run it. Right? I have not run it. So let me run it first. Okay. And there's another button. All right, there's another button. So I can add another size box. hide 10, and then text button, delete, right, delete, save and delete. I also forgot because I was doing a project as well at the moment, so I forgot man the phone. I think the first one is the phone. The project is on tablet, so the first one is the phone. Press play. Okay, tunggu sekejap. Okay. That's about it, but can be improved, right? Can be improved. For example, I want the padding here. All right, so I can add padding here. Up, right, with padding. All right, so this is all the thing that we have seen together. All right, with padding. Okay, and then I'm sorry, actually, there is a change on Flutter 2, and we are learning Flutter 2, and I'm come from Flutter 1 background. I don't know how to change background color. I don't have it. It's not that I don't have it. I tak tahu why I don't have it. So I change background color. Alright. Text button Flutter. Every time I have to Google. I don't. I tak hafal the thing. Alright. So and then it's quite panjang lah. It's really quite panjang. So if you want, I share you the link. Right. We will do it together as well. I share you the link. We will do it together. Change the color. The answer is this one. All right. Material state property. This is quite long. A little bit. All right. So style. So I will just copy this part. I put it here. On my button, I will add style here. Background color, colors red. All right. And add a comma there. All right. And then save, actually save tak boleh read kan, save normally kan, everything that's related to delete will be read. Alright, we have seen it on module 1 as well. Everything that's related to delete normally will be read. Alright, so ini kalau ini maybe add some width. I think text button add macam up style, background color, foreground color. I think color stop white. No, it's not foreground color. Up. Okay, background color is one. Then you have butter style, background color. One color stop. Print. Ini foreground color. Okay, this one foreground color is for the text. And then cuma dia sama, it's just sama macam background color. Alright, you can just copy it. Well, this one you copy from the link that I give. Don't try to type it. And then you just change the word background color to foreground color. Another thing that's bothering me is the width as well. So width text button Flutter. It should not be text button. It should not be rocket science. Can it should not be rocket science. Just research put in change match pair. Okay. Okay, lah. I think we don't bother too much a little bit. Right? If you need to know, if you want to change the width, right? This is a reference, but I don't want to. You can try. You can try and see if you have. If you, apa? We do it as an optional homework. Because if you want, you check there. Alright, you check there because I don't want to like what and then tomorrow pening kepala. But if you need help, besok I tak free Friday. Right? Friday if you want. Afternoon or something, you can just book my time. Right? Tomorrow I have meeting all day. Friday you can try and book my time if I don't have meetings. Okay. Afternoon lah. 3. difficulty. Do it. I think five onwards before class. Because I think we will have a team meeting on Friday. My team yesterday afternoon 3 to 5 of meeting. So 5 onwards. Okay, after this, as you know, right? Every time you have a text field, you need to have a controller. So you buat benda tu. So add a controller. Link the controller. Lepas tu baru you think about shared preference, and at the same time also you have to think about toast as well, Flutter toast. Okay, so you let me know if you need any help as well. Over here, I will do var name editing controller, right, equals to text editing controller. All right, var email editing controller equals to text editing controller. Var phone editing controller equals to text editing controller. And then I will link this to the text field. So controller name editing controller email editing controller phone editing controller. And then from here, right, so at least if you see what I did last time, I will always do something like print name editing controller.text and then print email editing controller.text print phone editing controller.text. All right, so if I have done that, all right, name, why is it like that? All right, because of single child scroll view. All right, right, we get single child scroll view. Name, all right, Muzaffar. Sorry, this is not the app, right? This is the keyboard, this emulator. All right. All right, so if I press this, right, if I press this on my logcat, right, on my logcat, right, I should see whatever that I entered. Maybe 8 more minutes, right? 8 more minutes to update your code, because after this, before we do the shared preference and everything, I want to see, I want you to Google a little bit, because I also will Google how to change the keyboard. All right, so I want, because phone number, right, when we enter phone number, we're supposed to get the number keyboard, right? When we enter this one, we're supposed to get the email keyboard. All right, so I want you to Google a little bit and see how can we get the right keyboard. All right, a little bit like input type. All right, in HTML we use input type. Right, so over here, I want you to check a little bit how to change the keyboard accordingly. Okay, aduh, Raj helped us already. So keyboard type, all right. So if you want on your text field, you can add, for example, email keyboard type, all right, keyboard type. Email kan, keyboard type text input email type correct, betul keyboard type text input email address, text input email address, text input type dot email address, right? So for this one you can put text input type phone address. Okay, what bila you buat macam ni kan, you put dot, right? You just put dot, then these are all the options that you have, right? These are all the options that you have. You can put text, date, time, email address, multi-line, name, number, phone, street address, URL, values. All right. So that's what you can put if you have this. All right. This one yang nama tak payah sebab by default is going to be name. Right? By default is going to be name. But if you want something else rather than name, then you put the type. All right. So the difference now, all right. Keluar ke tak ni? Sorry. I think dia keluar. All right. Okay, now see a phone number. All right. This is an email. Kenapa is an email keyboard? Because the alias is in front. All right. So kalau you buka email, this is a comma. All right. For this one is alias. All right. So that's how you change. So Raj helps really. Thank you. So lepas ni kita go to pubdev. Right, we're going to pubdev. We're going to get a shared preference. All right. And also the Flutter tools, right? So we're going to pubdev. We're going to try to get the shared preference and the Flutter tools to be imported inside our project. Kejap lagi kita akan import it already. Okay, so pub.dev. All right, go to pub.dev. You're going to look for two. The first one is shared preference. All right, something that we have seen. All right, so this is shared preference. Another one is Flutter tools. All right, so I buat shared preference dulu. I can't remember what's my version. So we go down, we look for the version installing. This one shared preference. I think I punya tak boleh pakai 2012 but I will just try. I will just put it there, and then later when I ni I will see lah. Shared preference. Shared preference. Okay, I put it under Cupertino. I always letak under Cupertino. And then the other one is Flutter tools. Alright, so I will look for Flutter tools. So these are the two package that we have seen together. Alright, installing. Or is it this one yang tak cukup? Tak apa, tengok I tahu lah. Okay, I put it there. I put it there, and then run pubget. So this one, no, yang ni you letak je you punya sebab I punya ni lama little bit. So I have to put this one 2.07. Alright, I have to put 2.07. But you actually no difference, right, for you guys, because I have not updated my Flutter for a while. So that's why I cannot put 2.012, right? But you guys put 2.012. Okay, process finish. Process finish mean all is okay. Right, process finish mean all is okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the get dependencies. I'm going to stop a little bit, right? 2-3 more minutes, and then the next code will be here. All right, because I want to save the information. Right, I want to save the information, so the next code will be here. All right, when the save button is pressed, I'm going to do something. Okay, so reference for shared preference. I'm looking at the reference for shared preference. Okay, so this one, yeah, shared preference. Wait, shared preference get instance. So shared preference. Wait, shared preference get instant. Where was it? I will put it here. Right. Have to import it. So import shared preference. Shared preference. So now that's the nice thing about this ID. Yeah, you have error, you have a rate, right? So this is error merah. Why? Await is because of async. Correct. Await async. Okay, now it's okay. Then after that, I'm going to save it. So I'm look at the reference. This is to get. This is to save. Right. This is to get. This is to save. So I will do wait. Pref set integer, right? So as you saw last time, right? We are not saving integer. We're going to set string. This one we call it emergency. All right. So somewhere over here, I will have var emergency contact. All right. Equals to. Right, name equals to name editing controller.text yang hari tu I buat salah kan for a while because of the missing physical code. And then email editing controller.text. Phone editing controller.text. Right, so once I have that. All right, this one I can put it here. All right, so this is save. Right, so save. Kenapa merah? Because this is an object. Right, I have to decode it first. So JSON encode. Right, I have to encode it first, then only it will be there. Right. Okay, so that is to save. We have seen it last time, but I think last time it was more complicated. You have to pass down lah, pass up. Dia macam ujian lah. This one is like ujian, so that's why it's like slightly easier. Last time I think it's slightly difficult, but the important is for you to understand the concept. Okay, since I think I think you need to update a little bit. We take 10 minutes. Sorry, I give you 10 minutes. Kalau dah sudah, you can break first or something. But if you want, you can try to get the data as well.
Cikgu,
Yes.
can I share my screen?
Okay.
For some reason, sir, await here highlighted red.
Await sebab kena ada async kan. So kalau await kena lepas on press tu have to have async.
Oh, kat mana so on press ni? Oh, okay, kat sini ya, sir.
Lepas dia.
Macam ni kan?
Correct. Ada space ya lepas bracket tu.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Alright. Sorry, I makan ubat tadi. I have to have a quick dinner before makan ubat. Alright, for this one, I'm going to load the information. Alright, I'm going to load the information. So I will do init state here. Init state. And then I will create another function which is called load data. Alright, load data. So after init state, I will call the load data function. What will the load data function do? It will load the data macam ni ya. So shared preference, pref await shared get preference. Ada await merah asing, alright. Bila ada await merah kena asingkan ya. And then load the data, alright. For example here, so let this one is string kan, string response equal je macam ni kan, pref dot get string, pref dot get string, string response pref dot get string emergency. Right, that's all. Up. So if response exists, if response is not equals to null, all right, if response if not equals to null, then set state no, I can do then name editing controller dot text equals to response JSON decode response, and then this one is name. Then I save it as name. After name, email, and then phone. Yeah, name, email, phone. Up, and then email editing controller dot text equals to JSON decode response exclamation mark email, and then phone editing controller dot text equals to JSON decode response exclamation mark phone. Okay. Then I think this is Raj questions last time that I only answer halfway. I didn't answer fully last time. Now you see it again, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Okay, if after this, all right, after this, I will just show it a little bit. If you want to try, all right, press stop first. Don't forget to press stop first. Press play. Ada merah. Which excludes has type string. Oh, sorry, I will just remove it. Okay, correct lah. Wait there. A parent of a null-aware version has type string, which exclude null. I think it is a warning. Dapat try again. Okay, it's loading. All right, so I think one Muzaffar or just one Muzaffar. All right, 166 at gmail.com. All right, 012345678. Press save. Okay. Then I press stop and play. Don't just press play. Stop and play. If you want, if you want it to really jadi, have to press stop and play. Stop and play.
Sir,
Yes.
I also stop and play, but still showing the error message just now, sir.
This one tak apa. This one is not. This one This one is not an error.
Yeah.
That one is a warning. That one is okay.
Oh, so it's still okay, right? Like,
It's still okay. Correct.
okay.
Oop, I think it's an error. I think it's wait. Yeah, it's still running. All right, so it is loaded now. It is loaded now. Okay, so that's for ni. Masih lagi tak menjawab soalan. Alright, for the toast, I need you to show the toast a little bit after this. So every time you press save, you should show a toast. Alright, you should show a toast saying that item has been updated or save or something. Somewhere over here, you're going to add Flutter toast. To be honest, actually I also tak hafal. So I have to go to the documentation, right? I have to go to, but I think I have to go to the documentation and look for the reference. So Flutter toast reference is here. All right, so this is Flutter toast. I want it to be at the bottom. Color no need. Everything else no need. And then this one is item successfully saved. Okay, so let's say that I change, right? So macam nama saya salah kan? I change one. Right, I remove ni. Right, I remove one. I remove it. T or something. I press save. Right, item successfully saved. Right, so this one is ulang kaji, right? Ulang kaji revision minggu pertama. Okay, everything is okay? Okay, for delete, I will make it as a homework. All right, so I think now it's clearer because you have the example already for the shared preference and everything. You have the example already, and then you just have to see lah, all right, how to delete it, how to remove it, all right? No, not this one. How to how to remove it, right? How to remove it. So the reference might be there. Kalau tak ada kat sini readme, you can see here as well. All right, or you can see on GitHub as well. So you just look, documentation is there. The documentation is there. So if you need, so this is reading the documentation. Just see how to delete it a little bit, right? And then you update it. The last thing that I want to do is just now I planned 2 more things. Well, I planned a lot of things where we can only plan, but we spend a little more time. It's okay, just for revision purposes. At least tomorrow we can discuss about these 2 as well. Just now when we answered a question just now, all right? So when we answered these questions, there is this one questions on assets, local assets. All right. So I want to do that with you together. Which questions? Question berapa? Question 5. Which of the following choices is the best answer for adding an image from your computer hard disk to a Flutter project? So the answer is C, right? That one we know. So let's do this, right? So add a new folder to your Flutter project. So that's step 1. Step 1 is add a new folder on your Flutter project. I will call that folder images, right? Directory or images. Directory or package. Mine is package, and I call it images. Copy the image from your hard disk. Copy the image from your hard disk. I will just take whatever that I have on my hard disk so that we don't waste time. So I have this girl image. This was supposed to be for the project. So I drag it here. All right, I drag it here. Photo-1 images. Photo-1 refactor. So now I have these images inside my folder already. So that's number 2. So that's number 2. That one is straightforward. Okay. And then configure your .dat file. If I'm not mistaken, I will just rename it, because if I'm not mistaken, dash cannot. All right. If I'm not mistaken, I can only have small letter, underscore, and number. If I'm not mistaken. Tapi kalau boleh jangan marah I. But I try to be disciplined. All right. I will just right click refactor. So the rename is under refactor. I will just put photo underscore, all right, because well, I know Android cannot, all right, Android cannot, but I'm not sure Flutter cannot. So I just want to be consistent with Android. Okay, next step. Configure your Flutter project pubspec.yaml file to use this image folder. So once you've done this, once you put the images, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we declare inside pubspec.yaml, right? We say that we want to use images folder, because inside images folder there are some images that I want to use for my application. So somewhere over here you will see there's line 50, 51. All right, so I will uncomment this, and I will uncomment this. It need to be very dia tak boleh sama tau, dia kena ke dalam satu. So ini pun pelik sikit, ke dalam satu. I want to say that all the image inside images folder, I want to use it. All right, this is how I say I want to use all the image under images folder. Right, so that's how you set it. Kalau you ni, if you tertinggal apa-apa, well, it's not you tertinggal. I think you can watch the video. But after this, right, when I'm not around, don't you can always read the book. The ATC book, the ATC book semua tu got explanation, and more widgets, right? And more widgets. So once I have done that, all right, once I have done that, I will go back to my home.dat. Now, sorry, I have to do pubget, all right, because every time we change the pubspec.yaml file, we have to do pubget. Once I do pubget, I will. Why this thing is not around? Just do one more time. I will add an image here, but this time around it's not image.network, it's image.assets. So before my text field, I will do image.asset, and the file name is photo_1. This one I'm not sure. I tak ingat kena ke tak .png, but well, let's try. So we just press stop and play, right? Because every time we usik pubspec.yaml, we need to stop. Emergency contact images. I think users. Did I make a mistake? I think I made a mistake. I think the images folder need to be outside. All right, yeah. I think the images folder need to be outside. So I drag out. Yeah, you can drag out, not inside lib. Not inside lib. I drag out. All right, I put it here. So we drag out. Put it outside. So I made the mistake. It was not supposed to be inside lib. It was supposed to be here. All right, so we just play one more time. Okay. My thing is image unable to load. Why unable to load? Should I specify the width or something? Image.asset width. Specify the width. Not image. Oh, I have to specify .png. Photo_1.png dah betul. Or accept bundle key. Unable to load asset. Betul kan? Photo_1.png. Photo_1.png. I remove the size. Kita put width. What will come out? Sama juga ya. So this platform. Let me try. You should consider indentation for Flutter. Okay. Sekejap. Okay, so I have to go back. Flutter betul, images betul, 2 white space Flutter, 4 white space or 2 tabs. Ini kena 4 kali ya. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Pub.get. Okay. Stop play. I think let's try and see, and then later I will explain to you what to do. Okay, hopefully all is okay. Wah, sama juga. It's not that then. Is it my underscore? Let me try. Refactor, rename. Underscore. Factor. Okay. Refactor, rename for refactor. Okay, do refactor. Okay, save. Yep. Trying to find out why the image. Photo underscore one dot png cannot find. Stop play. It might be the photo name format, or it might be I might not need a PNG. I don't want it. Okay, not the name. Okay, I think it's here. Okay, let me try on different image. I want to try on different images. Okay, try on different image. Okay. I will have a look. I will let you know what's the error lah. Alright. I think it's not that far off, but kalau I tengok depan you all, I will be stressed. Let me have a look and I will explain to you later or later. I will add it in the group or I will explain to you tomorrow. Right. Let me have a quick look without you guys waiting lah. Okay, if not any questions other than the images yang tak jadi at the last part. Later also I will share the code, source code as well.